Alright, y'all, we're doing a little hog pen maintenance today. Taking this dirt that I dug out of my pond a long time ago. Got my little tractor. Got this old beast of an old truck. There was a mouse come out of the deal there a while ago, about to run over me. About scared me to death. Didn't know it was a mouse or a snake at first. These old trucks are sure handy. You don't hardly ever use them, but when you need them, man, they're handy. There's our, what's left. Well, no. I thought that's what's left of our trailer house, but this is one that I tore down. But this is where my trailer house used to be when we got blown away in a tornado. And this is not it. I forgot. This is actually one that I tore down. I'm a little excited here. Okay. Yeah, back in 2000, actually me and my wife hadn't been married. No time. What's that holiday in May? Labor? No, this Monday's Labor Day, isn't it? Anyway, whatever that holiday is, that's the day that it hit. But it come right across there. There used to be a barn right up there, and all the tin and stuff was blowed all around my mom's house out up there, and she didn't even know nothing had happened, and it blew our house away. See, my brother had a trailer that was sitting down here that blew away. We got another house right down there by the highway, and then went through a little house addition and ripped some roofs off. And it took, there was 2x6s and stuff from my house up northwest. It was moving southeast. I'm sorry, and there was, the 2x6 was northeast in a pond down there, our old pond. And it went this field right down here. It was full of round bales, and it made a path through those round bales and took them over 2 fences and never broke a wire, and put them in another pasture over there. And the news said it was only a straight wind, just straight line wind. It wasn't a tornado. But this is about, our house was probably sitting about right here, and our bedroom was right down here, and we ended up laying right here in the mud. My stepson, he came and got in bed with us right before this happened, and it was me and him and his mama was laying right there in the mud, covered up with the walls of the house. And I got on my knees and held the walls up and got out, and there was no porch here that we crawled underneath. It started hailing. Man, it felt like it was that big around, but it's probably just a little bitty pea size. But when you're standing out here in your underwear in the middle of the night, it's actually around 5 o'clock in the morning. And but it blew. That stuff was scattered for a mile down through there. It was crazy. We all survived. My wife had to get 5 stitches in her lip, and we went to the hospital, the emergency room, and there was a girl that we went to church with. She was standing there holding these bags of clothes, tons of clothes for little kids, and we have 4 kids, and they were all young at that point. And I'm sorry, I'm in the wind over here. But anyway, they were all pretty young at that point, and she was sitting there crying. It was like, everything's okay, everything's okay. She said, I know, but I stopped and helped a lady change a tire yesterday, and she gave me all these clothes and said, you're gonna need these. And she said, I don't even have kids. She said, you're gonna need these clothes. And then she woke up that morning and seen our house had blown away. It was on the news. And she said, I knew where I was supposed to go with them clothes. And it was story after story like that, guys. It was just crazy. It was crazy. God just looked out for me. Anyway, we're gonna load up some of this dirt. It's just old clay, junky old dirt out of this old pond that I dug out with that little tractor right there. Well, I had the pond dug, but then it dried up and I cleaned it out with this. And I had like 3 big old piles like this. I don't know how many truckloads I've hauled off. It's crazy. You wouldn't think this is very much dirt, but I'm I'm on my third truckload right now, and I haven't even touched it hardly. But what I'm doing is I'm filling up the big holes in my hog pen, and anyway, I'll just take you along with me for a couple minutes. Do a little hog pen maintenance, huh? See if I can set this up here somewhere. Maybe. Let's see. Do I have a paper towel? I got a paper towel. Everybody's got blue paper towels, don't they? It's got a bunch of what am I trying to say? Sap off them trees at my house. Just sit there and we'll see what happens. See if we can make a little video out of it. Appreciate y'all. won't bore y'all too much with that. Catch you when we get back up to the barn. Alright guys, hope that was kind of neat. I don't know, we'll look at it and see here in a little bit. See if I can see this big boy that was in here I caught last night. But what I'm doing is I'm dumping this right here because I got to put it right here in this hole. And I dump some around there because I got the big hole over there. You can always see the hole as I'm walking up here. Here's that big boy I caught last night. Look at there. Y'all see him? He is not happy. He is a mean old sucker. He is a mean old sucker. What are you doing there, old boy? Huh? Whew, old dust. Alright, I don't want to stir him up or anything. But I got to keep a little bit of water hole for them so they can get their belly in there and get cleaned up. Look, there's that big old hamp back here. Can you see him staring at us out there? That's that big old boy there. Anyway, I don't want to stir him up. But anyway, I put this right here so I can just scoop it up, put it right in there with my tractor. And then I got a big hole over here. This big hole, which I got to keep water for them to get in, to lay in. But then I got this, I got to fix my deal. It's got a leak, so I got to fix that so I can get fresh water in here too. Keep this pretty full so they can have somewhat fresh water. But as long as they can get their belly down in that water and get cool. But see, they got this thing, it's like 3 feet deep in here. And probably 4 or 5 if you stepped off in the mud. But this is just an old barn that we had. We turned it into our hog pen, our main hog pen. So I've already put 2 loads there, and that load, I guess that's 3 loads total, isn't it? And then I've got all this wheat here that they brought me, old wheat for feed. Put it in these plastic containers and put water in there, and it'll get like a crust on top, but then right below it, it'll just be puffed up yellow, beautiful. And they just love that stuff. And then it'll get some kind of grub or something in there, and they just love them too. But and so I'm gonna try to take my tractor and load up some of these. And as long as it's in there, if it's on the ground or in a metal container, it'll ruin really quick. But it'll last for a long time. There was some corn spilt from a train, and we went and picked it up. And I had that corn in those containers like that for like 2 years, and it was still good. Even, I mean, it was wet, but it was just big old fat beautiful kernels, and I mean, they sopped it up. They loved it. I wish this wasn't that old clay stuff that's so clumpy. Hopefully I won't have to shovel very much, but anyway, that's what I'm doing today after I caught old big boy. And now we got a few more at that stack, and I don't know why they haven't come into those other stacks, those other traps. I went down there, and that one guy, he had put some deer feed in my traps, all out in front of them and all around them, and reset his feeder. And I told him, don't reset your feeder because they'll go to that feeder instead of my trap. I don't know. Maybe they'll come in there tonight, I hope, and I'll get them. Appreciate y'all, and we'll see what else we can get into today. Yeah, I need to cut this limb off right here so I could get in there better, but I hate to cut that shade down. You're all just laying over there watching me. You see, I can't really dump it in the hole like I need to, and I need to pull this tank out of here. I might pull that tank out, do some stuff here and see what I can do. So I need to fill this in. Anyway, see how it goes.